berbeda. Ini silakan nanti lihat apakah kalian tahu, kemarin kita udah bahas namanya sistem penunjang mesin ya. Komponen penunjang mesin, salah satunya ada sistem pendingin, sistem bahan bakar, sistem pengapian, dan sistem pelumas. Sekarang yang Bapak komparkan video di depan ini, kalian amati, lihat apa videonya yang muncul, namanya apa, nama alatnya apa, ya nanti amati lihat dulu.
On the top here, we're going to go ahead and use our trim tool to remove the plastic button.
Kenapa nggak bisa? Bapak bilang udah. Nampak enggak?
Buttons. Pop out the center. And then you can get underneath and remove the rest of the button. I'm going to continue this right across the front of our cover. We're going to remove the buttons here for the air intake as well.
Welcome to the Double C. Iya.
This cover and set it aside. Grab the air intake, twist that up and off. On top here, we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove these two 10mm bolts. Lift up in the bracket, pivot that out. You're going to repeat this process for the other side. Remove this bracket using your 10mm socket. Go ahead, press down on the radiator cap, twist it counterclockwise, and then lift up and remove. Set that aside. With the vehicle raised, we now need to remove the lower splash guard here. You're going to use your trim tool. We need to remove a series of these buttons here. Then if you come down, there's one normally right here. Ours is missing. And just forward of that is one that would normally be here. Ours is missing. You come forward here, remove this one. You come across the front, right underneath the bumper lip here. You're gonna pull this down. And there's 3 of them here, one in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all 3 of these here. And then there'll be a 3rd one here. Ours is missing, but you wanna go ahead and remove that one as well. And then just repeat the process onto the driver's side of the splash shield. All right, in this front section here, there should be a plastic clip on each side. This one is missing on ours. Remove your shield, set it aside. With the splash shield removed, on the passenger side portion of our radiator on the bottom, you're gonna find your drain petcock right there. Normally you can reach up with your hand and get to it, but it is kind of tight. I'm simply using a pair of small pliers here. Now I have a drain bucket underneath. I turn that counterclockwise just to break the seal. Set up my drain bucket. And go ahead and crack that open. And go ahead and let that drain out. And go ahead and reach up and tighten down that petcock there. Snug that down. And then we can go ahead and move our drain bucket to the side. On the left-hand side of the radiator, we're going to go ahead and disconnect our lower radiator hose. There is a clamp here. We can use our pliers to go ahead and pinch that clamp. Now when doing this here, I'm going to pay attention to the condition of that hose clamp, because ours was so rusted it literally just snapped on us. I'm going to slide our drain bucket underneath, grab that hose, give it a little twist. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses and you keep your mouth shut when doing this if you're underneath it. All right, we are totally dry. And we have 2 transmission cooler lines. There's one just to the right of the lower radiator hose, and then there's one over on the passenger side just to the left of the petcock. These hose clamps are just as bad as the radiator hose clamp there. Once again, you're going to do the same thing. If your clamp is in good condition, you're going to pinch the 2 tabs together. You're going to slide it down the hose and then work the hose off just like you did the lower radiator hose. But you will lose some transmission fluid. So now we pop that transmission line there. It's only going to drain what is in that lower portion of the hose. Go ahead and wipe this up. Let's go ahead and repeat the same on the passenger side. Let's go ahead and remove this clamp here. Work that, and that's how it's supposed to work. Grab your hose pliers, give a little twist, and work that up and off. Just to the right of the transmission cooler hose here, there is a bracket on the side here, and that bracket holds the pull the line to the other side. Now it's a slotted bracket. There's a 10mm bolt that goes into the lower portion of the radiator. I'm using a 1/4" ratchet and socket to get in there. There was a clearance issue there with the front motor mount. And once that's loose, we should be able to push that bracket up and off. Just to the left of the lower radiator hose, there's another bracket that comes down. It's almost shaped like a Z. Backwards Z comes over, down, and then back over, and there's a 10mm bolt right there holding it to the base of the radiator. We're going to use our 1/4" ratchet here on the 10mm. There we go. I'm going to go ahead, loosen, and remove this bolt. Go ahead and remove that bolt. On the passenger side of the radiator, I'm going to use your trim tool and pop out some of the harness connectors here. And down below, we have this connector right here. I'm just going to press in on the little tab right here and separate that connector. Remove the harness here, use your trim tool if necessary.
Nah loh, bisa lewat gak tuh? Tenang, semua kelihatan. Stargazer carpet.
Disconnect the fan switches here. Press down on this little tab. Do the same on the other fan. Pull it harness aside. On top of the radiator, go ahead and separate the expansion hose here. Set that aside. And on the top, we have the upper radiator hose. Go ahead and use your pliers to go ahead and compress this. And we'll move that down.